Don't go anywhere, because tonight's asking price will be better than ever. We've got this Iowa MP3 player to give away tonight, and one of these three could be taking it home with them. Plus, we've got loads of other stuff to give away, including this Chrysler survival blanket, a smart travel bag, and a thesaurus and spell checker supplied by Seiko UK. Stay with us whilst we play Asking Price. OK, I'll quickly recap the rules for you. The cars we're going to show you are genuinely for sale, and we ask our contestants to guess exactly what the asking price is. Now, there's a point for the person whose guess is the closest, which becomes 2 points if they're within £50, and we give 3 points for a direct hit. And of course, if two of our contestants make the same guess, they'll both get the same points. So with us tonight, Stephan, self-employed caterer, you run a cafe. Des is a publican, 2 pubs and shortly to become 3, Des.
Hopefully.
It's going to be a chain. And Scott, who is a writer. Novel up the sleeve?
Well, it's script, hopefully, but...
OK, our first round features Brendan, who's been off to the showrooms to see just what he's found.
When is a car not a car? When it's a Suzuki, of course. Suzuki now make cars and have been doing for several years. This is a Baleno 1.6 GLX. It's 1998 S registered, and it's got the best part of 48,000 miles on the clock, so quite high mileage, but it is in generally great condition. Have a look inside. Now, once you've got your head around who has made this car, you'll begin to realise it's not a bad little motor, actually. It's got lots of kit, central locking, electric mirrors and windows, a full service history, a couple of airbags, power steering and tinted glass. Ooh, big ooh from the back as well there. Tinted glass, colour-coded bumpers. Do you think they were ever a deal breaker? Do you think someone walks into a showroom and says, you know, I really like that car, full service history, great bodywork, but I really wanted colour-coded bumpers? No, me neither. Still, the interior is a plastic fetishist's dream, and of course it's got this usual velour covering, which is, well, making me feel quite sick. Still, not a bad little runabout, and what with all of those plastic surfaces inside will probably suit an elderly retired couple who are perhaps losing some of their bodily functions, if you know what I mean. It's got a few blemishes, a couple of dents here and there, and the panels aren't brilliantly put together, but that's reflected in the asking price. Back to you in the studio, what is the asking price?
Thank you very much. So, Suzuki there, start writing. What do you think it's worth? Suzuki Baleno, not the best-known name of motor manufacturers, but make very good motorbikes, so there's no reason why they shouldn't make good cars. 48,000 on the clock, 98 on an S plate. Well, you know, would it be a car that would sell easily off the dealer forecourt? Would enough people have heard of it? Time's up. What have you got? Stephan, how do you value that Suzuki?
I think it's worth 4,995.
OK, Des?
I think it's worth 3,995.
£1,000 apart. Coming to you, Scott?
I think it's worth £7,950.
I know several used car dealers who would be delighted to see you, Scott. Let's go to that dealership and see what the car's worth.
You have to pay for the very best things in life. Belgian chocolates, French fashions, English tailoring. But don't add Japanese engineering to that list, because it's very cheap. This Suzuki Baleno will only cost you £4,495.
And cheap at half the price, so there you go, 4,495. Stephan, you're the closest, 4,995. We give you a point for that. Well done.
Thank you.
And of course, Suzuki, a famous name, but not for cars. Let's carry on, and in this round, we're looking at supercars. Let's join Glenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, hiya. I just thought I'd better get some training in before I show you the next car, so I don't look a weed in comparison to it. It is, of course, this. You ask anyone to name an American muscle car, and 9 times out of 10, they will say this, the legendary AC Cobra.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet.
This Mark IV Cobra is brand new, and it's powered by a monstrous 5-litre V8 engine. So make sure you've got a petrol station at the end of each road you travel down. This car is in Ford Racing Blue with twin silver stripes and black leather interior, and it's capable of 0 to 60 in around 5.5 seconds. So, how much are they going to want to wrestle off you for this? What is the asking price?
So, brutal Cobra there. What's the asking price? Start writing. Trouble with Cobras, I mean, there's so many kit cars around that look like a Cobra, so the genuine article, you know, is often quite difficult to sell. But bear in mind, that's a real AC Cobra, 5-litre V8, dominated at Le Mans and sports car racing for a whole decade. Very, very famous car. And the real one's worth a lot more than the kits. OK, time's up. So, Des, how do you value a real Cobra?
£11,500.
OK. And Scott?
£35,000.
And finally, Stephan?
I am exactly like this, £11,500.
OK, well, let's see what the Cobra actually was for sale for.
So, the asking price for this brute is a heavyweight £44,000.
£44,000. So, Scott, that makes you the closest. You get a point for that. And also, of course, being a presenter who can't add up, I've just realised, Des, you were within 500 quid on that first round, so I'll give you a point for that as well. Excellent. Well done. Our third round is with Lynn, and my favourite round features classic cars. Let's have a look at this.
Think of French fashion icons and Jean-Paul Gaultier springs to mind, but in the car world, the DS Citroën was and still is an icon of the French avant-garde. Not only for its looks, but as an engineering masterpiece. This one is a 1972 super manual model with fully adjustable suspension. It's blue bodywork, white roof and a blue velour trim. Every detail is finished with French flair. And this one's more pointy than Madonna's boobies. This one's had an absolute fortune lavished on it by its owner, making it one of the best you'll find anywhere. So, with a 2-litre engine and 106,000 miles on the clock, how much do you think they're asking? Answers in pounds, please.
OK, fantastic Citroën DS there. Get your pens out. What's it worth? An absolute beautiful car. I have to tell you, I used to own one of those. They're fantastic. And I know that car. That guy spent £16,000 on restoring it, just to give you a clue. But he won't get anything like that amount of money back when it comes to sell it. So that's always the case on restorations. Watch out. Supercars, the DS rides beautifully. I think a real design icon. Time's up. Scott, a car that's ideal for a novelist, what would you pay for it?
£19,000.
OK. Stephan, what do you value it at?
I value at £12,995.
OK. And Des?
£9,692.50.
I have to ask you why you're so precise. Do you know the car?
No, I just think it's a load of rubbish.
How dare you say that about a beautiful DS? Let's have a look and see what it went for.
I can reveal that the price is £9,950. C'est magnifique! Strike a pose!
Well, it certainly is magnifique, and I could find myself going down there and buying that car. So, yes, Des, you're the closest with that very precise £9,692, so we give you a point for that. Well done. OK, let's have a look at the scores so far. And we've got Stephan and Scott on 1 point each, and Des, you're pulling the pumps into the lead with 2 points. So now onto our quickfire round, and we'll reveal pictures of cars slowly. You buzz when you think you can guess within £1,000 of their value. The points go down, remember, as time moves on, and you only get one chance each to guess. So here's the first car. Take a look. So what's hidden behind an immediate...
Mercedes.
And what's the new price?
The new price is £22,000.
No, you're out, so it's between Des and Scott. Carry on, looking at the picture. Des?
It's a Toyota.
Yeah? And what's it worth?
£14,600.
And so it's down to you, Scott. What do you think it is and what's it worth? Yes?
Mercedes
Yes.
worth £18,555.
Hard luck, not close enough. It's an E-Class 320 Avant-Garde. They want £32,990 for that. Let's look at the next car. What's behind those numbers? Soon as you think you know. It's a people carrier.
It's a Volvo.
Go on, what's it worth?
£14,500.
No, you're out. Des and Scott, what's that car? What's it worth? Des?
11,600.
You're out. So, Scott, final look at the car. What is it? What's it worth?
It's a Citroen, I'm going to say 15,000.
I'm sorry, no points there. That's the Citroen Synergie HDI LX, and Citroen want a massive £18,980 for it. So, how are you doing at home? Here's one just for fun to keep you guessing over the break. We want to know how much you think you'd have to pay to own the 1989 British Grand Prix signing-on sheets. The signatories include Senna, Prost, Alessi, Patrese, and some other names which I'll tell you about after the break. OK, so here they are again, the actual 1989 British Grand Prix signing-on sheets. Famous pieces of paper. Senna, Prost, Alessi, Patrese, they've all signed the forms, but the ones I didn't tell you about include Piquet, Capelli, Nannini, Mansell and Berger. Any ideas what they're worth? Well, actually £2,000. Would you give £2,000 for the Silverstone signing-on sheets?
If you had the money, probably, yes.
You probably would.
But
good.
It's a bit expensive.
All right, let's go down the auctions. Back to the game. We're down to the auction round and see what's up for grabs this week.
We're here at the auction again to see what's available this week. Now remember, we're after the hammer price for these cars, not the retail price. We found a luxury executive cruiser this week. It's a Lexus LS 400, a 1992 model on a K plate. It's a high mileage at 118,000, but it's in good condition, so should have plenty of life left in it. It's got all the refinements you'd expect from a luxury manufacturer. So, what do you think it went under the hammer for?
Well, there you go. Beautiful Medicar down the auction. Start writing. What do you think the price was? Bear in mind, this is the auction. All the traders gathered round. 118,000 mile that Lexus has done, but it's still a beautiful car. In my experience, the smoothest V8 engine you could ever be behind, and a beautiful car to drive. And as long as everything electrical still works on it, it should go on for many hundreds of thousands. Time's up. Stephan, what would you have bid for that car?
£5,300.
OK, Des, what do you fancy?
I think it's a bit dated, 1992. I would give 3,590.
And Scott?
I'm going to guess at 3,500.
OK, let's go back down the auction, see what it made.
At £3,600. Well, it'll have to be provisional that one, ladies and gentlemen. £3,600 once, 3,006 twice, third last at 36.
There you go, hammer fall at 3,600. A lot of car for the money, as they say. And Des, yes, you're the closest there, and we give you 2 points for that. Very well done. All right, private sellers now. Let's see what Lynn has found for us this week.
The Fiat Punto, possibly the best small car the Italians have ever produced. And I'm gonna take this Italian stallion for a gallop. So Mark, this is a nice piece of kit. It's the Fiat Punto Sporting, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. It's got a 1.2 engine. It's standard, apart from I've had a 5-disc CD player added, air conditioning and ABS.
Excellent. And what's the mileage?
It's done just over 15,000 miles.
OK. So how long have you actually had the car?
I've had it for 18 months.
You bought it from new then?
Yeah, brand new, and I got it over the internet.
So you got a good deal?
Yeah.
Excellent. So a bargain hunter, I think. And what's the state of the bodywork outside?
It's in perfect condition, and no dents or anything. Yeah, it's really good.
Excellent. Perfect condition. So why are you selling it?
I'm selling it because unfortunately I hardly use it anymore because of car share, and I'm going to get my wife a better car.
Ah, so he's selling it for favours for the wife.
Yeah.
Magnifico. A sexy piece of kit. And the car wasn't bad either. So, how many lira will you give me for my Italian stallion?
Italian stallion. OK, get writing. What do you think that car's worth? Fiat Punto there. One owner, one careful owner. Bought it on the internet, so he didn't pay a lot for it, but he may, bear in mind, he's a private owner. He may think that it's worth a bit more than it really is in real life to the trade. So take that, bear that in mind. Time's up. Des, would you want to buy that Fiat? What would you pay for it?
£5,260.
OK, Scott?
4,200.
You're not very fond of it. And finally, Stephan, what would you pay for it?
Per queste corte italiano 5.200.
Ecco.
5,200.
Ecco. OK, let's see what they wanted for the Fiat.
And now it's time for the reveal. La 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 la, £8,200. Mamma mia!
8,200. It just goes to show, as I was saying to you, that private buyers don't always value their cars quite right. But again, Des, you're well under there at 5,260, but we give you the point because you're the closest. And a final chance to reverse the order, our second quickfire round. The points go down as more information is revealed. Fingers on the buzzers, please. Let's have a look at the first car. So what's lurking there behind the screens? 4 points on offer, 3 points on offer, only 2 points on offer.
Volkswagen Sports.
And what's it worth?
6,700.
You're well out. Stephan and Scott, down to you. What do you think the car is? What's it worth? Stephan?
I think that is a Hyundai, and it's worth 13,500.
Finally, Scott, what do you think it is?
I'm going to say Hyundai as well, and I'll give it £16,422.
Well, nobody gets any points. It's a Toyota MR2 Roadster, and Toyota wants £17,980 for that. Let's have a look at the next car. Slowly being revealed. 4 points on offer, 3 points on offer, only 2 points on offer. Tell me what it is. Unusual car, an American car. Nobody knows what it is. Give me a buzz and tell me what you think it's worth. Des?
I'd say it's worth 11,600.
Not close enough.
I'm going to say 17,900.
And finally, Scott, what do you think that's worth?
Can I say 15,000?
No, won't give any points at all there. That's, in fact, Chrysler's Neon RT, which sells for £13,995. Let's look at one more. Now, somebody I know should get this. A bit more of the car appearing. 3 points on offer.
I would say
Stephan?
it's a Hyundai again. I don't know why I like Hyundai, but I think Hyundai, I would say it's about 14,000 quid.
And you're out, so Des and Scott, down to you. 1 point on offer, 2 points on offer.
I'll go for a Hyundai as well, and I would say it's 9,600.
Well, I'll give you the point because you're within the range. It actually sells for £10,395, but Stephan, it's a Fiat. Bravo! And why on earth you missed a Fiat from your own country, I don't know, really.
Too much spaghetti.
OK, so let's see how that affects the final scores. And Stephan and Scott, you've tied with 1 point each, and Des has raced into a massive lead with 7 points. Congratulations, very well done.
Very good.
And you can all take home a prize from our selection. But in addition to this, of course, Des is through as our overall winner and a chance in our final payoff round. Now, we're going to show him one more car. If he guesses within £2,000 either side of this car's asking price, he takes home the MP3 player in addition to what he's got already. OK, so you can ask the other two for their opinions, bearing in mind just how much they scored last time round, and do you trust them to be truthful? Are you ready? Have a look at this car. Here we go.
That is the single biggest reason why this is a superb car. It's Jaguar's V8 4-litre unit, which powers this S-Type Jag. Now look at the retro styling at the front. It harks back to when Jaguars really meant something in the 50s, when Britain had an empire and Jaguar drivers were still racist. But it is all singing, all dancing. All singing, all dancing. See what we did there? That's Leslie getting jiggy, that's the director. This car was designed with the Americans in mind, where the roads are straight and the bums are fat, but they had to still create a Jaguar that didn't alienate the jumper-clad pipe-smoking brigade down the golf club. So have a look inside, because as you will see, it is an executive toy paradise. It's got an electric sunroof, electric windows, climate control, cruise control, traction control. It's probably got incontinence control, ABS, alloys, metallic paint job, blah, blah, blah. You name it, it's got it. Inside it is, in every inch, a Jaguar with enough wood and leather for a gentleman's club. It's Y registered, it's in fantastic condition from April 2001, so it's barely a year old. It's got 20,000 miles on the clock, and it's a first-class car. What's the asking price? Old chap.
Old chap. There you are, Des. You're on your own. You can consult. Tell me what you think that car's worth.
Well, for yourself.
S-Type, V8, 4-litre. I never felt quite the same about it after somebody told me that the radiator grill looked like a toilet seat. But never mind. Let's go into that. But a supercar could be a lot of car for the money. They do depreciate very fast. They do depreciate fast. Let's write down what you think the car's worth. Time's up.
27,950.
£27,950. Let's see what the car went for.
Jaguar are, of course, owned by Ford now, but there's no evidence of that apart from the odd Mondeo window switch, and I'm not sure what the equivalent of a gentleman's club in Detroit is anyway. Probably an executive burger bar. No, this car is every inch a big British cat, and as such will set you back a handsome £23,300.
Ah, 23,300. So I did warn you they are depreciating. There's quite a lot of them coming onto the market. So you didn't win the Star Prize. I'm very sorry, but you got first choice on all the other super prizes on offer. That's it for this week's Asking Price. But here's another one for you at home. Put these three cars into their correct order of value. We've got the Nissan Navara 2.5 Di, the Jaguar XKR Coupe 4-litre. Beautiful. And the 1999 Chevrolet Corvette. And the answer is on our website, and that's at www.menonmotors.co.uk. And I'll be seeing you next time on Asking Price. Thanks for joining us.
This car was designed with the Americans in mind, where the roads are straight and the bums are fat. And they're dancing in the background, putting me off.
Sorry, I can't not laugh. I can't not laugh.